Okay, so Janet. How are you doing today?
Hi. I'm good. How are you, Hannah?
I'm good, thank you. So I don't know, I'm a bit
Good.
nervous with this interview, but let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Okay,
Okay,
no
so
problem.
just wanted to welcome you to this interview, and so you are Janet Rhodes, and your business is Roads to Wellness. Is that
Yes,
right? Yes, and
yes.
you are also an equine wellness coach,
Well-being coach.
well-being
Yeah.
coach. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah,
tell me a bit about your business,
sure.
Janet.
Yeah, okay. Well, I started my business a few years ago. It actually started with my own personal journey. Um, I was recovering from my own traumas and my own life experiences, and I had been going to do regular Western medicine counseling. Um, and I'd done medication. I was experiencing depression, anxiety, some post-trauma stress. And I'd go to these sessions and I do whatever allotted amount they would give me.
Mhm.
And then they'd say, well, that's it. That's all I can do for you. I've told you everything. You know everything. And I'd be like, but I'm not okay. I'd be like, that there's no, this can't just be it, right? So then I'd find a different counselor and I'd go through the same process and they'd be like, well, we've told you everything and you know everything and you're going to be okay. And I'm like, but I don't feel okay. I don't feel okay at all. And, I was still dealing with depression, anxiety, still dealing with nightmares. And I thought there's got to be more to this. So I started doing a deep dive and I started studying trauma. I started studying people like Dr. Gabor Mate, Peter Levine, Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, who are gurus in trauma. And I started learning that it's also our body that needs healing. It's not just our mind, right? Which is very Western medicine is very focused on the mind. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. So I went down the rabbit hole and started learning about the nervous system, learning about how we can go through trauma, and if it's not safe enough to fully release all our emotions at the time, we it can become trapped in us, and that can lead to things like depression, that can lead to anxiety, that can lead to post-trauma stress. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to learn about this. I started receiving sessions from the Center for Healing out of Australia. And I became certified in two of their therapies. So I started there in creating my own business because I wanted to bring that body based healing to other people. And then the horses came in because I have been a longtime horse girl since I was about 4. And they played a huge part in my healing journey, through my teens and onwards. And I thought, I want to bring this to other people. So I did training with Equimotional out of the UK to be able to help people with their mental well-being
Mhm.
with the horses while partnering with the horses. And so that was the involvement, I guess, of my business.
Okay. So how did you get
Yeah.
into this work? What was it? Something that I mean, you've told me a bit about the background
Yeah.
but what was it that actually brought you to this work?
Um, I guess it was my own experiences with both the horses and um the trauma healing modalities, root cause therapy and embodied processing is what they're called, right? My own experiences with them, and I saw the benefits, and I saw how I was no longer having nightmares. I was no longer feeling depressed. I was no longer anxious. I could go to the grocery store and I wasn't having a panic attack. And I went, wow, I want to bring this to other people. I want other people to experience this. And because I could see other people around me going into that same roadblock of, well, I've done regular counseling, but I don't feel better. Right. And I kept hearing that. And I'm like, okay, I have something for you. So that's really, I wanted to bring it to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So who is it specifically that you help with your work?
With the trauma healing methods with root cause therapy and embodied processing, they're designed for adults, because we have to be really careful with children because they still have a developing mind, right? So we can't do those therapies with them. But those are for adults. To be anybody who's dealing with trauma, stress, you know, anxiety, depression, like I said, any sort of mental health issue. And then the eco-emotional with the horses, I work with adults and children as well. So yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so, do you have any client stories that you'd like to share?
Oh, absolutely. I know when root cause therapy can have some amazing results. With root cause therapy, what we the understanding is that you go through a trauma and it can form a limiting belief that you carry in your life. So you can end up believing I'm not good enough, or you can end up, I fear success, or I fear men. And these, those are examples. And these beliefs hold you back, right? And you don't live your full life because you have this belief and this fear within you. And those beliefs are stored in our subconscious mind, right? Our subconscious mind has all our memories and they're stored there. So then our subconscious is going, oh, because it's very literal, our subconscious. It's going, oh, you think you're not good enough? Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure that I put you in situations where that plays out because that's what you want, right? It doesn't understand, you know, good or bad or anything. It's just very literal, like a young child. So with root cause therapy, what we do is we go back, we identify the limiting beliefs that you carry from your past traumas. And through regression therapy, we go back and we heal the root cause of those beliefs. And we release any emotions or energy that you're still carrying from those, it could be from when you were 2 years old, could be from when you're in the womb, even picking up your mother's stress. So I've had clients that because they carry that, they've turned to drugs. And because the drugs bring them into a level where they feel they can function, right? Where they're not feeling anxious, where they're not feeling deeply depressed and frozen. And so the drugs bring them to a level where they kind of feel okay. And they've been highly addicted and they do about 4 or 5 sessions of the root cause therapy. And I've had clients that are like, I don't want to use anymore. I have no desire.
Wow.
And, I'll check back with them in 6 months and they're like, yeah, I'm still good. It doesn't even enter my mind
Yeah.
because we've gone back and we've healed the root where it all began. So yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how can people contact you? I mean, do you have anything
Mm.
coming up that you are sort of wanting to sort of share? And yeah,
Yeah,
how do people contact you?
sure. You can always contact me through my website, which is rhodestowellness.com. So Rhodes is RHODES
Mhm.
and to wellness.com. You can also find that I have a Facebook page, which is Rhodes to Wellness Coaching, or you can find me under Janet Rhodes on Facebook as well. And I do have an event coming up on starting May 1st. So it's a 3-day challenge. And we're going to I'm going to go through how to heal your nervous system. So by using some somatic body-based exercises and how that ties into the therapies that I offer. And
Wow.
that'll be offered through Zoom.
Okay. So yeah, so do you have the links for those so we can add the links to this interview so that people can access that?
Yeah, the best way actually would be through the Facebook page or even just going through my website and the contact form there. And then I'll make sure that you're added to the list for the Zoom and get that to you and connect with you.
Okay. So what will the challenge that you've got coming up, what will that look like and who is that for?
Well, it's anyone who's experiencing, I guess, experienced some sort of trauma, is not feeling, maybe they're suffering a lack of focus. Maybe they're dealing with anxiety a lot, depression a lot, just finding it really hard to function. We're going to talk about what the nervous system is, what it does within our body. So there's going to be some education there. We're going to, I'm going to go through some somatic exercises. So those are, breathing exercises, different exercises you can do within your body that can help your nervous system shift to a more calmer state, a more healing, resting state. Because sometimes we go through trauma and our nervous system just gets stuck on a high alert. And so we're always anxious. We're always looking for danger. We're having trouble sleeping because of that, having trouble focusing on anything else. So these exercises can help with just bringing that nervous system back down to a calmer state. So, so I guess it's anyone who's been, struggling with their mental well-being, I think they'll find a benefit with it for sure.
All right, great. That sounds absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'd love to join that and definitely share it with people in my community. So
absolutely, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, Janet, for sharing all this with us.
You're very welcome.
Being on here, and it's been great to meet you. So I look forward to finding out how it's going and the successes that you're creating. So you're really awesome.
Thank you.
To hear about that. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Okay then.